So hello everyone, here we are. We have a great situation tonight to get a hunt in. I know some guys have been putting down some great deer over the last couple weeks of gun season now as we're going into the third weekend of New York's gun season. And we got about a full month left really at this point with our late muzzleloader seasons and primitive seasons coming up with the new holiday season and everything. So what I wanted to touch on real quick, because I'm in here having a little lunch real quick, got out of work early today, got my chores done with the animals, everything like that. And now what I'm doing is I'm sitting here at my parents' house and I'm actually looking through some trail cam pictures because right now is really keying in on this second rut that you're going to hear a lot of people talking about. This is something that I've always taken advantage of here in early December. Been fortunate enough to take a real nice buck. My first buck actually was a second rut buck. Killed him actually down here on the south end of the farm back in, what would that have been? I don't even know. 2009, 2009, 2010. Shot that buck down there. And I've had some really good late November, early December rut activity going on that, 28-day rotation off of that first cycle of those estrus does. So what I'm doing tonight is not necessarily looking at the deer I've had pictures of this year. And I'm going to flip this around so you can see, like a lot of people call this my madness or whatever with this. But I'll try to flip this around quick. And we'll see if we can, hopefully you guys can see this. So don't mind the mess, but you can see everything here is categorized. I got bucks that we know, some are shooters, some are just up-and-comers, bunch of different bucks, everything like that. And then down here you can see the year below them, and even some of them we've been following for more than 1 or 2 years, the additional buck folder for this year. But right down here is where I want to focus, this 2020 line. In my history, the 2020 line over here and this 2020 line. It looks a little messy, but that's what I'll be focusing on. And a couple of them specifically, I'll be looking at 1 year rule dates on today and the day or two around this for this weekend. So this is the one actually that I wanted to really key in on, and we'll look at it. This is December Stranger, we called him last year. He came on the farm right about in December. I found one picture of him way back in August of last year, and then he didn't show back up until December 1st, and then he became kind of hit or miss. I only had a couple pictures of him that year. This is one that, like I said, I'm just going through them and checking them out, but this is categorized by the year, by everything like that. I only keep pictures that I can 100% identify the deer. And then this is, like I said, this is the December Stranger buck. He showed up last year. I figured he was a good 3-year-old. Had a, pretty intense rut that last year and this year as well. He had a lot of broken up bucks, everything like that. Actually, here we'll play a cool little video of him. Turn the volume down because it likes to squeak a little bit on it. So again, you can see nice neck. He's thinned down quite a bit, but good neck on him. I figured this was a 3-year-old buck. I never saw this buck on the hoof last year. This is actually December 14th. And then I'll hunt them in a similar area if I can get in and hunt them 1 year to the date. So that's kind of the 1 year rule I talk about. We got a lot of stuff going on right now. I'm going to look at a couple more of these history bucks. One of them for sure we know is dead. That was Hightower. That was a really great buck. I'm really happy for the neighbor that tagged him. Biggest body buck he'd ever killed. Unfortunately, just about all cleaned off on his points. They are literally beating the snot out of each other this year. It seems like every buck we've got pictures of is chipped up or broke up at this point of the season. So, but that's the thing, we got a little bit tighter age class, and you're going to see a lot more of that fighting and stuff like that. So, actually, Hightower, he's actually moved off the page, and he's in the RIP 21 folder now, as well as 2 other bucks that I've been watching this year. But that's what we're doing. I'm going to look at specific bucks. We're probably going to look at September 10. He's had a couple encounters with some neighbors, so he might actually get his name changed to 9 Lives. We'll see. If he's still around, I'll look at my history with him. And then a couple bucks that disappeared that I haven't even seen this year, like Lefty Grove, kind of named after that, just kind of, that is his name, Lefty Grove. Kind of named after that famous pitcher, if you guys are baseball people. Sometimes I have baseball names, sometimes like Curly, Larry, Moe, they were Three Stooges, all sorts of different stuff. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to look through some more of these folders and pictures. and start getting an idea where I might want to hunt the next day or two. We got great weather conditions, had a big 20-degree drop. It's 1:45 right now, so I'm going to get going. Got about another hour or so before I'll be heading out. Get out there about 2 o'clock tonight, I'm hoping. 1:45, 2 o'clock. So I'm going to get finished looking at my data, finish up my venison chili, and we're going to hit the woods. So good luck to you guys that are out there. Don't look away from this time of the year. It could be a great time of the year. I've seen some really good bucks this year. Just haven't been able to connect the dots. And then pretty soon I'll be starting to look at harvesting some does on a couple parcels, especially now that they're starting to relate really heavy to late season food. I'll be targeting some does here shortly. Maybe even I'll have the opportunity to tag one tonight. So we'll look at some more pictures and pick a spot to go tonight, and going to hunt around some of the areas that maybe I haven't gone into yet, maybe first time sit spots, so to speak, where I have good doe movement historically, and then we'll see if we can catch up with a good buck or maybe even a nice doe tonight. So hope you guys are all having a safe and successful season. If you're not, keep grinding. The best, I think, is really starting to come up if you have late unpressured food. I'm really looking forward to these late season muzzle loaders with the first primary muzzle loader and then the new holiday muzzle loader primitive season that we got this year too. If you have unpressured food and good deer in the area and you can hunt it smart and hunt it right when conditions are good, it's going to pay big dividends for you this year. So hope you like this video on a little 1-year rule tutorial and kind of what we're doing. And again, I don't have to kill a buck every year. I've had some great encounters with some great up-and-comers this year. Seen some awesome things this year, stuff I haven't even seen in the deer woods ever, or it's been a couple years with some of the things. I watched one of our good young bucks actually fight off 6 different bucks one morning as he had a doe pinned down back there in bow. That was Mo. Just phenomenal hunts this year. I can't say I haven't had opportunities at seeing some of my shooters, just haven't had the opportunity of being able to release an arrow or pull that trigger. So we'll see. Still got a whole month almost left the season here in New York. And fingers crossed, and we'll see what happens. So Dad should be back around here in about an hour. He's going to go out tonight too, and we'll see if we can lay one down. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. If you want to see something featured or something talked about in an upcoming video, I'm going to try to get back into these moving forward, and I'll catch you all next time here in the field or getting ready to go out in the field. So take care, everyone.